And welcome back, Alaska. Mike Lives here in the sports seat this evening, filling in for Joe Cook while he covers hoops down in Anchorage. I hope you're ready for a huge sports weekend both locally and nationally, so let's jump right into it. The Ice Dogs opened a 3-game weekend series against the Minnesota Magicians last night at the Dipper. It would be an explosive second period that puts the Ice Dogs ahead to stay. Kyle Lee drops the stick to put in some work, then keeps the stick and works one into the back of the net. The Kyle Lee goal would open the floodgates for the Dogs in this one. Johnny Mueller notches a pair of goals. Doug Rose sneaks one past the Magicians' goalkeeper. And the Fairbanks Ice Dogs cruise to a 4-1 victory as Kevin Aldridge shuts down any late comeback attempt. The Dogs increase their NAHL Midwest Division lead with the win and have games tonight and tomorrow to try to keep that momentum going.
I think that second period for sure, about 15 minutes there, we played the way we're capable of playing and play the way that we want to play. Consistently, we strayed from it the last 5 minutes of that period, and there's spurts of it in the third, spurts of it in the first. But yeah, we want to be consistently playing like we did the first 15 minutes of that second period.
Now from the ice to the court as the women Nanoks basketball team shocked the GNAC leader at the Patty Center last night. St. Martin's entered last night's contest with a perfect 3-0 record in GNAC play, but the Nanoks' scorching three-point shooting puts SMU on their heels. Ruth O'Neill from deep, followed by Candace Pretschwisch as she gets back-to-back buckets from three-point range. Alaska would lead 43-27 at halftime. Nanoks head coach Cody Bench gets her team working inside the paint in the second half, and Jordan Wilson goes nuts again with her third double-double of the season, finishing the game with 21 points and 14 rebounds as Alaska stuns St. Martin's 78-64. The men's basketball team was on the road, but was not able to replicate the women's success. Facing a tough Seattle Pacific team, the Nanoks went ice cold as the Falcons heated up. SPU finished the game shooting 62% from the field. Alaska was held to 37% shooting, and the Falcons controlled throughout the game for a 66-46 pounding. The Nanoks fall to 7-5 on the season and 2-2 in GNAC play. Now to prep hockey, where we start with the West Valley Wolfpack hosting the South Anchorage Wolverines at the Patty. It was a defensive battle through the first 2 periods, with goalies standing out for both squads. South's Kevin Lake shows off the glove, and Wolfpack keeper Lane Wood helped hold the offenses in check early. Gabe Rankin gets the pack on the board with a nice put back off of a rebound right in front of the net. Rankin also with a painful blocked shot as he sets the tone on defense, and the Wolfpack goes on to win 3-2. They move to 9-2-2 for the season. The Lathrop Malamutes were hosting Chugiak at the Dipper last night and were blown out by a high-powered Chugiak offense. Generating pressure and ripping shots off the Lathrop goalkeep, the Mustangs cruise to a 7-0 victory over the Malamutes in this non-conference matchup. Now we journey down south to the Diamond Prep basketball tournament where Joe Cook has his eye on the action. Big wins last night for both of the interior teams, and Joe shows us how it all went down.
This turned out to be the game of the night. West Valley versus Grace Christian, and it was a tale of 2 halves. The first half was all Grizzlies, and they moved the ball well and hit open shots. Grace's Luke Alford led the team with 14 points. He went 4 for 5 on 2-pointers in this game. The Grizzlies were cruising. They led 26-14 at the half and went up as much as 35-16 in the third. The Wolfpack clawed their way back into this one. Daniel Hornbuckle sparked a 25-6 run that tied the game at 41-all with 3:02 left in the game. He had a game-high 19 points. Then Tyrese Washington coming off the bench. He had a clutch game for West Valley. His only 3 of the game gave the Wolfpack a 44-43 lead with 58 seconds to go. But the Grizzlies, they come back and tied the game late on a Josh Laker putback. He had 10 points. It's 48-48 with 20 seconds left. Wolfpack charged to the hoop. Nothing there for Hornbuckle. He kicks it out the bracket. They swing it to Taj Washington, but Tyrese Washington follows his brother's missed shot. He gets the putback to go in. 50-48, West Valley on top with only 1.5 remaining. So Grace still has a chance. They inbound the ball, but it's picked off by Trayvon Brackett, who seals the game. And the Wolfpack complete the crazy comeback from a 19-point deficit in the third quarter and win 50-48 over Grace Christian. It looked like a juicy matchup between Colony, an undefeated 4A team, and Monroe, the undefeated 3A Rams, but Monroe squeezed all the juice out of this one. The Rams led 4-3 in the first, then they put on their track shoes. They went on a 23-4 run and led 24-7 at the end of the first. Tyler Wells, he had the energy early on for Monroe. He had 13 points for the Rams. Scooter Bynum led all scorers with 17 points. The Rams frustrated highly touted guard Damian Fulton to 13 points on 20 shots. And the Rams bring their Boileau Hall show to Anchorage and beat Colony 69-46, giving the Knights their first loss of the season. So tonight, West Valley will play the Diamond Lynx, the hosts of the tournament, in one semifinal. In the other semifinal, it will be Monroe and West Anchorage. Now, West came back from an 11-point deficit to beat Thunder Mountain 59-43. So it'll be a grudge match, the Rams and the Eagles. And the last time these two teams played, Monroe won by 30 in Boileau Hall back in December. But we'll see how it all plays out. And that wraps up an exciting day one of the Diamond Alaska Prep Shootout. From Diamond High School, Joe Cook, KTVF 11 Sports.
And now if West Valley and Monroe can get wins in tonight's action, it will set up an interior showdown in Anchorage for the Diamond Tourney Championship. Represent Fairbanks. Also breaking news right as we went on the air, we have a final in the Bowling Green Alaska hockey game. Bowling Green 3, Alaska nothing. A tough loss for the Nanooks in hockey. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me. Stick around. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next, and enjoy a fantastic sports weekend, Alaska.